I don't know if y'all know, but some of y'all friends is secretly recruiting y'all to be a fucking lesbian. Some of y'all friends got y'all in a lesbian boot camp training, and y'all don't even know it. I notice when women speak about good things of men, single women get online and they call them a pick me. And they be like, girl, you doing too much for that man. Couldn't be me. They don't want you to do nothing nice for a man. But every weekend they calling you up so y'all can have girls night. Or you up around lunchtime so y'all can have mimosas. They want to get your ass drunk. And then y'all start taking pictures to make it look like y'all goddamn couple. But if you used to do that with a man, they'll call you a pygmy. But every weekend they hitting you up. Watch them girlfriends that's hitting you up every weekend. And then they take pictures making it look like y'all lovers and shit. They got y'all in fucking lesbian boot camp training. I'm telling y'all. Next thing you know, gonna get you drunk, they're gonna be fucking you.
I don't really know if this is my last time, but what I know is I'm feeling just fine. My life is like a red carpet, and I'm feeling like the richest millionaire. This is my local mayor, and I'm the biggest star around here. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, you see the topic, and I really appreciate the clip because that's the pick me hypocrisy. Um, and I'm glad a woman pointed it out. I don't know if that's an old clip or fairly recent, but that's the issue when it comes to sometimes the dating thing, the gender war thing, or whatever. It's the names that people call. People used to call people not guys, but women used to call other black men mammies for being with black men, and mammy was a term for basically a black woman who was like servitude toward white men and white families, in a sense, like kind of like the black woman version of Stephen and Django, or black woman version of a sellout, right? But they made it a term for being a black woman is a sellout for actually catering to a black man. So it's the same thing with pick me, right? And but what she added into it was that component of you know lesbianism or bisexuality, where ladies don't really want to say this, but there are a lot of women who really and truly they don't want their single female friends to to ever be in a relationship, because if they're in a relationship they don't have no friends. And some of these people are actually trying to have a relationship with their female friends, and hopefully they get so discouraged in men they wind up licking some catfish. So that happens because women are more, in general, at this particular junction, are more likely to be with men and women. And the the women in there, like I would say 30 and under, the that's highly increased group. It might be up to like 40-50% of those women who've had a female experience, who've been bisexual, or like, because I'm in my 40s, and there's a good demographic of women who have done that, you know, that I know personally. So now we got women pointing it out. So give me 1 second. So now we gotta point that out, that, or women have to point that out, that your girlfriend want to be your girlfriend for real. And if you keep thinking about your man in this situation, but your man is going to wind up being with another woman, and your girlfriend is going to try to be with you. And the other thing about that is sometimes that pick me thing, you know, and I've seen this where it's the polyamory situation, where sometimes your girlfriend likes your man and she likes your relationship and she wants to kind of be in your relationship. And it used to be like some girls were trifling and they try to sleep with your man. So you got a group of women who just they don't, if they get in a good relationship, there's certain girlfriends they just don't mess with no more because they know that's the girl that'll sleep with her man. Now you got girls who they don't play that role as much. They still get rid of those chicks, but they have the one where like, I mean, you talk to them like, what you think? We both could, you know. I mean, you talk all nice about him. You think he can handle both of us? I mean, we're friends. You know, I love you like a sister, and he could love me like a girlfriend. And it's like, oh, that happens, you know. And there was that window, that era. I don't know, like 15 years ago, where guys were into girls that like girls, and more than 15 years ago, because I was like 28 then. I'd say like when I was 25, almost 20 years ago. That era, it was like, guys on that, I like my girl got a girlfriend type era. And they realized, yo, for one, if your girl got a girlfriend, she gonna be with girls. And for two, you know, if they get tired of you, they gonna find another guy themselves. And it didn't always work out so well. You didn't find a happy group of a happy couple of two girls and a guy. It was always some influx. Somebody came in and came out, literally and figuratively, right? Um, yeah, I'm trifling. But the pick me situation, you saw it on a dating scene. You saw it with all the brunches and the happy hours. You saw more and more women at brunches and happy hours, and because guys started checking out of the nightlife, the dating scene, because I remember when the nightclubs was popping and they was overcharging the guys, and the guys like, okay, I'm getting overcharged, the girls getting in free, I'm buying drinks, these bras ain't really choosing, nobody's really dancing, it's just a bunch of BS going on. I'm going to the sports bar, you know, and it went from nightclubs to lounges to lounge/restaurants now. You know what I'm saying? With maybe a live band depending on the age group. And you saw more and more women congregate with each other. You saw more and more women sexually on each other, more and more twerking on each other, more and more licking on each other, more and more drinking on each other. And it started looking like, oh, y'all like each other. And guys look at it like, okay, because we go out, we would go out. I don't go out like that no more, but we'd go out and we'd see girls really, truly looking like they like girls, and then they get confused. It's like, why didn't none of y'all approach us? Like, y'all lesbians? No, we not. Yeah. What you mean? No, you not. Wasn't you dancing on her? Yeah. Wasn't she licking alcohol off of you? Yeah. Wasn't y'all kind of kissing on each other and hugged up and groping each other? Yeah. Okay, that y'all a couple. No, no, no. That's what we do. It's like, hey man, listen. Let's reverse it. If me and some guys went out to have some drinks and wings, and we start doing what you doing, what would you say? Y'all niggas gay. It's like, okay then, what you think we think about y'all? And then some of them got it, and some was like, oh man, I need to stop hanging with these girls. These girls getting me set off. Some of y'all get these, and it ain't even just that with the tattoo culture. A lot of y'all got into tattoo culture, and lesbians came on to y'all because of that. Y'all, these haircuts some of y'all got, and the dye that some of y'all use, girls coming on to y'all because of that. Sometimes y'all got the haircut and the hairdo, they coming on to y'all because of that. Y'all present as bi, and bisexual ain't good anymore. Like it's more of a hassle than a turn on nowadays. So when these girls are saying they pick me, and this girl's a pick me, and that girl's a pick me, and this, that, and the third, that lady got a smart analysis of the situation. Like, yeah, you just wanna sleep with her. She's like, yeah, that's what that's about, and you can't really argue with it because that's the reality. You know, it happens too much, far too much, and now I think some of these women, and I say it this way. They've been times I've seen uh, chicks that was studs get so turned off by women they went back to men, and they ain't never coming back to women, right? Because and they became pick me's. They went through that little awkward phase where they couldn't walk in heels and they felt funny in dresses, and then slowly but surely got it together, you know. But because they realized it was a hustle, you know. I remember telling a story years ago when I saw this lesbian couple together, and the girl that was wanted to be that taking on the quote unquote male role, it was raining outside, it was pouring down, and she had to go get the car, and she was having a. It was a funny thing to me because I'm a guy, so I'm walking I walk to my car in the rain like, hey, we do this all the time, but to see her have this breakdown and talk to herself, like I could really see it because she cussed a few times, but you can see it in her mind. She like, fuck, bitch, I'm a woman too. What the fuck I gotta go out here in the rain for? Get my goddamn hair wet. And the girl sitting in the side like, hey, you gotta get the car, bitch. You's a bitch, dude. You can't. Yeah, you need to treat me like a lady. She's outside like ready to lose it. And I ain't finna help her. Like if I had an umbrella, I wouldn't help. I wouldn't help. I know you on a team, playboy. You know. But I probably would help. I'm just talking shit. But when women recognize that there's really no going back, it all became rhetoric in the game. And now the rhetoric in the game is kind of like, a lot of times I see women aren't even willing to argue and go back and forth. They're just like, I'm checking out just like the guys. Like you're having traditional women going their own way. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what to say, twig towel. I don't know what to call that. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, know I gave you everything I had.